boo ass gave to me. Another view for my scheming ass bullshit. What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with another talking session. I don't know what the fuck you guys are gonna call this shit. Quit typing! Shit! But anyway, y'all. Anyway, we do have something new today. Okay, we got something new. We are gonna be waiting for some more people to join the Chizzy app. Okay? Before we start getting into the ripski dipskis. We're also going to be waiting just a little while because the algorithm does not like me doing that in the first 30 seconds. First, minute or so. Yo, what's going on, Sage, your boy? We are waiting for a quick second, but I'm just saying this shit, y'all. It's the first day of Christmas. It's the first day of Christmas. It's a week before Christmas. Y'all boo ass knows my ass is getting fucking lit. Chill. Chill. But anyway, y'all. We are here. We are ready. Okay? We're going to wait for another minute or so because YouTube likes to do the whole thing where it's like, oh, well, we're going to not let your live stream be put up to other people because you're not doing stuff that we don't want you to type shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking get that shit out of here. Fucking slap your bitches. Chill. But anyway, y'all. Sorry about the vibration. I need to turn that shit off low key. Give me just a quick second because my boo has decided not to do it. Quit typing! Chill. How the fuck I turn this shit on? Where's it? There it is. There it is. There it is. Do not disturb mode, baby. We ain't gonna get no more of that bullshit. Chill. Welcome, whoever decided to join. Today we are celebrating the first day of Christmas. You know how this shit works. You know how shit works. Alright. We all know how it works around here, okay? We all know how it works around here. We get litty. We get fucked up. We don't give no shit. Blinkers only, that's right. Blinkers only. If you don't take a blinker... Did I fart? I don't know if I farted today, but possibly. Wait. No, I ain't got one in the tank. Sorry. I would have, but I ain't got one in the tank, bro. I would have given you what you wanted, okay? Chill out. I know your bitch ass have been like, trying to snap that shit. Chill. I know y'all be like that. You can just chill out. All right? Chill. But anyway. It is time. Yo, what's up, Jess? What's up, Jess Stein? Sound like some German name right there. I'm not gonna lie. You got some German shit going on. That's pretty crazy. But anyway, y'all. How is your job doing? Pretty good. I honestly don't know who you are, by the way. Chosen one? I don't know who you are. Yo, Jesse, right? Jesse? What's going on, Jesse? What's going on? But, we're here for one reason only, ladies and gentlemen. One reason and one reason only, ladies and gentlemen. I was late today. I don't think you know where I work then. Take a rip. Enough said. Enough fucking said! Chill. If you don't dink it, we ain't sinking it. Yeah, I'm German. My last name is Stein. I'm not even going to try that to be low-key, Dylan. I'm going to just go ahead and say Stein. Because I'm going to butcher the shit out of that shit. I ain't going to lie. My boo-boo ass cannot say shit in German. What the fuck? Shit. But anyway, let's get it. Let's go. Megan Pierce, I don't know what you said, but apparently you didn't want it to be said. Or was retracted by YouTube. I don't know. I don't really care what you say here. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Because low-key, my boo-boo ass gives zero motherfucking shits, alright? I don't care what you say in here. Alright. What is your heritage and genetic composition? Let's see. I know I'm part. Um, I don't know how you would say this without sounding somewhat racist, but I'm just gonna say it how I can. I'm part Mexican. I'm part German. I'm also part Native American, and what's the last one? I think the last one's Swedish. I think so. Free Diddy, just not near me. Yo, that's a hot take, but we got to get this shit in here. We got to get this shit in here, all right? We're wasting too much time. Y'all are talking too much. Y'all are yapping. Chill. Chill. All right? Let's get this shit. Oh, yeah. How does that sound racist in any way? Some people, I don't know. They like to blow things out of proportion more than they actually are. So, I just like to say for for reference, I'm not racist. That's just the way I know how to say it, okay? South American would be another way of saying it, I guess. A deep head? Deep head. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you was talking about. Shit! I can't French it. I would French it. OF, I would French it, but I don't know how. Alright? I can blow O's though. I can blow O's. I can't French it though. Every time I try a French, it looks so terrible. Favorite football team? Hmm. See, I don't really watch football. I'm more of a hockey person. If we're talking hockey, Tampa Bay Lightning all the way, baby. Tampa Bay Lightning. That you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let's get another one. You know what I'm saying? Let's get another one in here because I feel like they didn't do shit to me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think it's a little too cold. Let's preheat this bitch. Ready for this shit? We're gonna preheat this bitch. The blues. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. This shit blinking blue right now. I ain't gonna lie. All right, here we go. Whoa. Yo. Holy shit, yo. Look at this smoke cloud. That's how you know that shit's serious. Oh my god. Ooh. Ah. Most people aren't racist, but every single human has preconceived notions. That is completely true. Completely true, Luther. That is completely true. Like, I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of my friends that are of color, and they have given me certain passes, okay? I still do not say the word just because I feel like even if they give me a pass, it's fucked up for me to say that. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. That's right, Jess. That's right. It sent me to another dimension. All right, I'm speaking some knowledge from a separate timeline right now. But in my opinion, I'm not allowed to say that word no matter what. You know what I mean? I don't have the skin for it. And honestly, to be honest with you, I know I'm a chill person, but even if you give me a pass, I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. I'm just respectful like that. It's like I get it, you know, you trying to be respectful by giving me the pass, but at the same time, you're wasting your pass, bro. You're wasting your pass because I'm not gonna use that shit. I'm not out of respect. That's just how it is. But yeah, we are 10 minutes in. This is kind of a review video as well. This is Alaskan Thunderfuck, by the way. Alaskan Thunderfuck. Okay. Apparently, some man had the audacity to don't go and catch that thunder and fuck that shit. Rob dog, chill. But apparently that's what this shit is, for real. For real. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a little bit of the crazy kind of personality. All right, a little sporadic sometimes. Little mystical wizard. A little bit of chaos in there. You know, some chaos emeralds. You know, since I am the Dr. Eggman. You know, I got my my little bag of tricks. If I had my bag of tricks in here, I'd show it to you. It's basically just a bag of Trix cereal. But yeah, my little bag of tricks, my little army of goblins, my own little gnome army, um, my little uh, elf uh, museum. I don't even know. All right. I'm just spouting shit off the dome. I'm just saying some stupid shit to get your attention. I think someone came in here. Maybe not. Oh, I think it's somebody leaving the house. I'm out in the garage currently. Probably sounds like thunder to you guys, but it's just the desk. See, watch my arm. I like to give proof. I don't like you thinking like, oh, he bullshitting, bro. He bullshitting. No. Like, I'm legit in a garage right now, bro. You think I'm kidding? You think I'm kidding? You thought I was kidding. Sorry about the random ass dresser. It's just doesn't fit in the house anywhere, so it's out here for now. And you guys are sitting on like an old bookshelf that I'm waiting to tear down. I might just keep it just for this reason, because it's like really rickety, like insanely rickety, and I was like, yeah, I'm not keeping that. It's not very safe. I don't feel like putting books on something that I can bump and the entire shelf would probably collapse. So, obviously not using it. Nothing on it or in it besides the phone that I'm using. And not gonna lie, y'all are sitting inside of a sneaker right now because I could not find my phone stand. That shit is elusive and I don't know where the fuck it went. But I had a phone stand at one point, and yeah, it just magically disappeared into the ether. I think a gnome came and stole it, to be honest, because little mischievous little shits. All right, they'll come and steal your crap. I'm being dead ass. Like, you think you lost that? Nah, bro. Where you think you put it, that's exactly where it is. But in another timeline now, because you've been pushed to another timeline. That dresser be like, wait. I got you. Let me scoot it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, also, Stein. I'm gonna call you Stein, okay? Because I know you told me your name, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm just one of those people. I like to call people what their name is on the screen. I don't necessarily want to call you Jess. I feel like Stein is a cooler name, so I'm gonna call you Stein because I think of the cooler side of the name instead of just the first thing I see. Okay. All right. So Stein, here's the plan. Okay, this garage is gonna be at one point, as soon as I start getting everything all set up and everything, is going to be the YouTube studio. This is where shit's going to happen. Um, Obviously, the walls are not done yet. This is still just insulation. It's warm in here, right? This jacket's just really thin, and this hat, obviously, I wear it kind of constantly anyway, so it's always on. But I just throw a jacket on, come out here. It's not necessarily cold. It's not necessarily warm either. It's like an ambient cold. Like there's no drafts, nothing like that. It's perfectly sound. It's just it doesn't have walls on it yet. Yo, what's up, G Tag? Is that Gorilla Tag? Is that what that's supposed to be? I have a nephew that plays that game. He's like cracked at it. I'm like, what? How do you even fucking control this? Because I'm gonna be honest, I've played on a VR headset about as many times. Like I could count on one hand, definitely. You know, like I've only played a select amount. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I think I've played like, well, technically the first session I ever played in VR was like 2 hours long, but still, you know what I mean? Like, cause I was just fucking around. I literally was just having fun. And just got lost in it. You know what I mean? I was just having fun. But like I think I was playing. I can't remember what it was. Was it? I can't remember, but it's like a gladiator arena game. I saw Swagger Souls play it, and I was like, I want to play that so bad. That would be so fun to play. So I literally asked my friend. I was like, "Do you know what game this is, and can we play it?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I have that game. Here, throw the headset on." Because we were, I think I was spending the night at his house or something like that, and I was gonna go with him somewhere in the morning or some shit. I don't remember exactly what we were doing. I just remember I stayed the night at his house, and we stayed up basically all night because his sister had one that she never used, and so he basically was just like, "Here, just use this one, and I'll use this one, and we'll play together." I was like, "Dude, that's sick. Okay," but we did run into each other like 5 or 6 times, but it was still fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Like we were having fun for sure. Like I mostly me running into him. Not gonna lie. We played. I can't remember what the fucking names of the games are, but it's like you have a flashlight and shit, and you have uh, like ghost hunting equipment, and you're like hunting for ghosts inside of houses and shit, right? And it's a game, and we're doing stuff, and like a ghost would pop out, and it would scare the fucking shit out of me, and I would like, oh my god, it would fucking like horrify me, like when they run across the floor at you. Oh my god, it fucking terrifies me. It terrifies me. I don't know what it is, but I will instantly either go for a punch or I will try and run, depending on what it looks like. You know what I mean? Phasmophobia, that's right. That's right, G Tag. Jesus. Okay, I'm sorry. We gotta get out of this garage. It kind of creeps me out, especially when I'm talking about this kind of shit, because it's like, it looks creepy in here because nothing is put up yet. You know what I mean? So it looks like really creepy. But we can sit out here or something. One second, we're gonna run up to the front. It is snowing over here right now, which kind of sucks, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. You guys want to see something funny? You guys want to see something funny? You see this little goofy chair? Watch this. You think it's just for decoration. It's not, my friend. Stay upright. There we go. It's a usable chair. Tis tiny chair. You can literally sit on this. Look. It will not break. Yeah, and don't mind the shoes. These are my work shoes, and I just didn't want my other shoes to get dirty, especially out here in the snow. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wear my work shoes because these are just shoes I picked up at some fucking like I think I got them at Goodwill or something for like 10 or so bucks, 10 or 12 bucks. So I was like, hey man, fuck, I'm gonna use these for work shoes. So I just cleaned them out really good, and I work at a pizza place. So all the white you're seeing is flour from the dough. So take with that what you will. But yeah, so funny thing about this, there's also a table, but my knees don't fit underneath it, so I don't ever use it. It's what you guys are leaned against right now, and it's just about as big as the chairs. Like it's literally like a comically small, functional set of just yard chairs and shit. Chair got some goofy ass powers. Yeah, so the legs of them are actually pretty big. Like they're pretty girthy. You know what I mean? Like they're big around, and it also just has like nice big frame to it. So it's not built to be small chair. It's built like big chair, but in small fashion. If that makes sense. Built with big chair parts, but very small. If that makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely a cool ass chair. Like you literally look like you're not sitting on anything sometimes. When you're like sitting there like this. Looks like you're just kind of chilling there, especially if you cover the legs of it and they're walking straight towards you or something. Most of the time, they don't see the back legs, so they're like, "How the frick are you sitting there like that for so long?" And you're like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And you stand up and there's a little mini chair underneath you. Oh, I'm sorry, but I like that stupid shit. Like miniature versions of shit that's still useful. Okay, mind you, this still useful. Like I can sit on this chair and I'm fine. You know what I mean? If it's useful and it's small, me like it. That's how it works. Yo, that G tag. Thanks so much. I appreciate you subscribing. Uh, sorry about that. Something kind of lagged for a second. Um, but here pretty soon we'll be doing some gaming stuff as well. Um, so we might be doing some like indie horror games. We might be doing some I don't know some stupids. You know what I mean? Like I like doing a bunch of goofy games. I like little goofy, funny games that like are just fun to play, and like even if they're like a little buggy or maybe a little glitchy, in some ways that adds to the bonus features of the game. You know what I mean? Like it's not a hindrance for me. Most of the time, it just makes me laugh. Like unless it's just like you can't move anymore, then that's kind of upsetting. But if it's more of like, oh dude, why is my guy walking like that? You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, he kind of has like a weird animation to him where he's like messed up somehow because the animation wasn't made right. You're just like, oh my gosh, dude! Your character's legs are like towards the sky, and it looks like he's standing on the ground, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like that was one that I saw. I can't remember what game it was, but it was it was a first-person shooter. I can't remember. I think it was Battlefield Bad Company, maybe. But I had shot somebody, and they had revived him off the ground, I think. And as soon as he got up off the ground, his legs were sticking straight up, right? Like towards the sky. And his arms were straight, like kind of like out in front of him, like this. So he looked kind of like a Star Wars fucking Tie Fighter. And I was like laughing so hard. My friends were like, "Dude, what is wrong with you?" I was like, "Dude, you should have saw this guy. He was flying around like a TIE fighter. I swear to God." Like I was laughing so hard from that. Like I couldn't control it, man. I was like dying. And so my friends were like, you gotta re-record. Yeah, you gotta show us like some recording of that. I was like, well, man, if I was recording it, I would show you, but I'm not. I was like, dude, that was fucking funny. They're like, well, because I have a bunch of clips that I want to upload, but the only thing is that I would have to do some sort of like, you know, like overlay on music because it didn't record any of the audio because I'm dipshit and I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. But I've recently started figuring that stuff out because, well, I kind of want to do it. But yeah, I have a decent PC. I'm not gonna say it's like top of the line, but it's pretty decent for the stuff I want to do. Especially like indie horror games, you don't need something super crazy for those. Um, but it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. Got the human level up. But yeah, I am currently sitting outside. Um, yeah, it sounds like it's either raining or snowing. I can't figure out which. Um, it might be hail, but there's a cover here, so I'm good. Okay, I'm sitting on this, not up there. Okay, if I was sitting out there, I would have a problem. But right now, we're Gucci. All right. So we got a nice layer of snow here. I'd say about maybe an inch to an inch and a half. And yeah, it's pretty cold. Cold enough to see your breath. All right, Stein. All right. But yeah, it's pretty cool around here. There's some really tall evergreen trees out here up front that you'll probably see in a video at some point. That honestly are probably gonna be like, I don't know, like it's probably gonna be an album cover at some point. Like I want to get a nice picture of them though because they're really tall. They're like, I'm gonna say 50 or 60 foot tall, and there's twins of them. There's one here and one there, and one of them's a little bit taller than the other. And I think it's because they topped it at some point because it doesn't do a stereotypical point. It looks like it's still recovering from it. So I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I like it. It's a nice tree. I like trees like that. All right. I'm a big sucker for pine trees. I love the smell of pine trees. Oh my god. I love pine trees being in my yard. Okay? You're gonna say like, oh no, what about those needles that are like this freaking long, literally fall onto your yard every fucking year? Don't you hate those things? Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't hate those things. Because they only fall underneath the tree. If you knew your lore, you freaking scum. But yeah, if you watch actually underneath the trees over there, they give perfect, and I do mean perfect, coverage for you to stand underneath it and not get a single drop of snow or water on you. Right now, there is a clear ring around those trees that there is not a single fucking patch of snow in. I'm just saying, they're one of the coolest trees. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? That was weird, dude. It sounded like somebody took a step right there. Like out in the middle of the fucking yard. I don't know, it might have been snow blowing off the top of one of the trees. Yeah. It's honestly really cool out here. I wish my camera was better so I could show you guys. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. I can't knock it until I try it, right? Can't knock it till we try it, lads. Well, yeah, it's kind of shit. But yeah. Ta-da! Yo, what's up, Stein? I was showing off the beat. I was turned around like this talking, and I just wanted to show you what I was looking at. But the phone doesn't get it quite as good as I want it to for me to actually show it off that well. It's honestly really nice. It's really nice. Especially off in this direction when it's a little bit clearer. Get a nice view of the mountains, so you can see like a bunch of the nice landscapes and stuff. It's mint. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! I don't know how good of a quality it was for you, Stein, but I will say it does look pretty damn cool out here. By the way, guys, I don't know if you're interested, but I do make a little bit of music here and there. I will admit some of it is not the greatest, and I wish I never posted it, but I'm going to keep them up anyway, just to keep myself humble. Anyway, there is a song that I will recommend you listen to if you're into like a yeet type material, and that would definitely be Jimmy Fallon. If you're into more of a lyrical side, I would definitely go for Black Rover. Um, and if you're like kind of a pop person, um, Roll Another is pretty good. I will say it needs a little bit of tweaking, but it's a good song. The bases are there. The basics are there. It just needs a little bit of fine tuning, as well as Wasted is another like kind of Juice World inspired. If you want to quote that, because it's kind of a Juice World beat, but my take on a Juice World's beat. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Y'all heard that too, right? Like I'm not tripping. Sounds like somebody slamming into a phone. I hope that somebody didn't get hurt. But if so, it's a mile that way to the road, so I can't really do much. Because honestly, for me to have to go get my keys, I'd have to run inside, run upstairs, grab my keys, run back downstairs, out the door. Yeah. By the time I got down there, the police would probably already be here. I'm a little ways out of town, not that far. We'll say that. Dark Magician is an OG. Yo, Dark Magician, Jesus. Oh my God. That song, I will say, I don't know what the hell was going through my head when I posted that. It's not good. It's not good. It's kind of terrible actually. I would categorize that in the F tier um, of the account. There's like a few songs I will definitely put in F tier or even below that in what I call the trash can material. Um, Honestly, Dark Magician's kind of teetering on the edge of the trash can. You know what I mean? It's almost in there, but it's not quite. You know what I mean? Just because I'm like, you know, it has a little soft spot in my heart because I was, you know, at the time I was just trying to do something a little bit different, and I was like, you know what, I tried, I tried, and that's all that counts. You know what I mean? If you don't try something at least once, you never know if you can actually do it. So, you know, but Jimmy Fallon, that song, holy balls. Batman. Um, I don't know what I did for that song that made it pop that well, but holy shit. Like it went off. I'm gonna say this, that's probably one of my piece de la resistances, right right beside Wasted. Wasted is a really big one for me. I love Wasted. That song's like really good, just because like it tells a story, not necessarily my story, but a story of like a story I've heard from a friend on what happened. So it was more of a song for him, uh, in a way, if you get what I'm saying. But it was a pretty cool thing I was, you know, working on. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post this because I feel like it's good, and so I did. I will say there was a point where I was making meme songs way back. This is way back. You want to scroll all the way down almost till you get to the weed reviews from back in the day, because I do have some weed reviews down there, and I also have some Willet bongs. I will say the Willet bongs went kind of crazy. I did some pretty crazy stuff back then. I was trying to get some attention. It didn't really work out, and I was like, you know what? I like making music. I'm gonna try making music. That's when I started making like the first rendition of Sorry, which I'm gonna say this, guys. You can use anything. You can use your cell phone and make something that fucking pops. You know what I mean? Like you just have to find your sound. You know what I mean? So like for me it's like almost like a pop inspired rap. You know what I mean? It's like it's more like melodic. It's more, you know, flowy. Has some nice little bouncing in it sometimes. And yeah, it's just like how it is. It's just how it is. So I have like a few songs that were experiments. To be honest with you, they were full blown experiments that kind of popped. Young Skywalker 2.0, the best version. Don't go to the first one. The first one's kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie to you because that was recorded on a cell phone, which I'll get back to. Some of the songs that you hear, like Shazam, was recorded, I believe, on a cell phone. Um, let's see, Shazam, and then I can't remember what other songs. Um, but when I started recording on the microphone, I was around the first time that you see Sorry redone, which was honestly, I don't know if it was better or if it was worse in my opinion. There's some parts that are worse to me, there's some parts that are better, but I digress. Um, what's your favorite music artist? Oh, that's a hard one. That's definitely a hard one. Um, I will say at the moment, because it changes a lot. Because like honestly, I have a really not saying it's like bipolar, but my music choices like music taste is all over the place. At the moment, most of my playlist is filled with Tyler the Creator. I like his music. It's always like it has a second meaning. You know what I mean? Because like I'm a nerd when it comes to music. I took a lot of music classes growing up in school and stuff. I love music. It's one of the things that like I think brings people together and doesn't, you know, cause problems for the most part unless you're making a diss track, which is ultimately supposed to be that way. Let's be honest. But when it comes down to straight facts, if you turn on, like let's say you turn on a Juice World song, everybody in the room's gonna vibe to it. You know what I mean? That's one thing that everybody can do is like vibe to a Juice World song, basically. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest, the dude had talent. Like that was raw talent. Like I think bro would have went super super far. Like I think he would have surpassed even mainstream people like Eminem, Rihanna. I think he would have passed them all. I think he would have literally just left them in the dust and just fucking flew past them. Like dude had a career going. You know what I mean?
But shit happens. You know what I mean? Life happens. Some decisions, can't keep up with us, in ways that we don't really recognize until it gets to the point where you can't really deny it. You know what I mean? So, that is what it is. Yo, what's up, Corey? I didn't notice you was in here. Sorry, I don't have my contacts in. I can't see shit right now. Look, the playhouse is directly below my legs. It's the kids' playhouse. That is so creepy. Yo, put a little goblin, put a little goblin coming out of the cave. Put a little goblin right there. Thank you. Um. Anyway, now your brain's gonna automatically put a goblin there, even though there's not a goblin. You're welcome. Now I'm gonna show you something even fucking crazier. Close your eyes. Okay. Imagine the goblin in your head. Now turn him in a circle. You can do that for free all day long. Yeah, it has been a minute, Corey. I'm just kind of chilling at the moment. I got home from work here this afternoon, and yeah, I just decided to go live for a little while. But I forgot what we were talking about now. God dang. Short-term memory loss, ladies and gentlemen. I have it, and there's proof. Um. Anyway, another rabbit hole. Another rabbit hole coming up. Give me a second. Okay, can I say this? Whenever trees drop snow off of them, it sounds like somebody is walking through the tree. Okay, I was just making sure I was giving them a false sense of security that I looked away. Ah, see there, yeah, smart thinking. But now I'm gonna keep my eye over there. I don't know. I'm just that kind of person. But yeah, because I kind of live out in kind of outside of the city, so there are animals that come over here, and I really don't want to get bitten by any animals tonight. So yeah. All right, Stein. You have a great night. Bye bye, my friend. You have grand evening. But funny thing. So you go out, to the main road out here. It's like really slick. You know what I mean? Like when you drive down the driveway, of course, because we haven't plowed it or anything, and it snowed. So I'm coming home and I'm like, this is my driveway. I was like, it was pretty fun. Not gonna lie. Like I did a little bit of like a little slide because honestly it slid by itself, and I was like, God damn. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I was like, because I was trying to get the car to even move because it was just getting stuck in the snow, and I was like, shit, man. So I'd give it a little gas and it just, you know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit. So at some points you had to just kind of keep it on the gas and it was just spinning, so I kind of like had to just guide it through it was pretty crazy. Like it was pretty fun though. It felt like Tokyo Drift. Like it felt like Tokyo Drift, man. I felt like a champion. Just a little cog monster in my head. The little guy that turns the little wheel in there, right? That keeps my brain going. He just spins just a little bit faster when I see stuff like that and experience stuff like that. So it, it gives me chimp energy. I'm like I mean, like afterwards I'm like what I mean? I'm like yes sir. No, not right now. I don't have a new car. I have a BMW that my brother basically let me have. So it's like it's a, it's not the greatest car of all time, but it is what it is. It's like a I don't even know what it is. It was debadged. I have no idea what it is. I just drive it. It's just something that gets me from point A to point B. You know. All right, Corey. You have a great one, man. Hopefully your day at work goes great. I believe in you, Corey. I believe in you, dude. We're getting around the hour mark now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at around 50 minutes, I think. Well, I can't really see that well. I don't have my contacts in. I can barely even read chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta lean over to read it. So I'm gonna see how much time we have on the clock because about an hour in is when YouTube decides to just send me the most viewers out of any freaking channel on the internet for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's just baffling to me. But we're at 48 minutes and it's like 10 seconds. So here in about 12 minutes or so, that's when the influx of people is going to like be astronomical. Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Give me just a quick second. This is starting to bug me. I think it might be because the phone's getting cold. I think. I think it's because my phone's getting cold. I don't know, but I'm gonna hold it just in case because you never know. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, the influx of people coming in is going to be very, very, very high in demand. They are going to come in. They are going to try and spam chat. I am going to try my best to keep them from spamming chat. Because Ramblasted is nowhere to be seen and he's my only mod. And usually I let people say whatever they want. But when you spam chat, that is a no-no. You do not spam the chat. You spam the chat. You are not chat. You are imposter. 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 Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Oh, Dr. Eggman. That is a song. Yes, I'm a Sonic fan. I'm not a super big Sonic fan. I like Sonic. I like the animated series as a kid. It was pretty fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched it a lot. Like there was a lot of funny jokes in there that I got as a kid, but most kids didn't get. Mostly because I was not sheltered as a child. I was like
you know, like the very opposite. You know what I mean? Like they're like, the world is rough. This is how it's gonna be. So just look at it. You know, like they didn't really care. Is what I'm basically saying. But it was, I don't know. It desensitizes you from shit. Like when you see certain shit, it just kind of desensitizes you from it. But not like, I wouldn't say like if somebody got shot in front of me, you know, I don't think that would be, you know, something I could desensitize from, because that's just kind of, you know, shocking in a whole nother way. But yeah, you know what I mean, like it is what it is. But in turn, yes, I liked Sonic because there was a lot of funny jokes that you could get as a kid and you could get as an adult. It's like there was one joke where he was like, I'll have to, you know, appeal the ticket or whatever or something. He's like, but I don't think he's gonna take gotta go fast as a medical condition. All right, I'll see you later, Jess or Stein, Jess, whatever. Sorry, I just, my brain split in half. But thank you, and you have a great night. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is where YouTube likes to dump all the people onto me in about 8 minutes. So we're gonna test to see if this is actually true. Okay, if this is true, then I might have the strategy for most people to start live streams. Ooh. So what I've gathered sometimes is if I schedule a live stream, I'll usually have a lot more people show up. It's usually like if I don't schedule it and I just go live, I'll have like 12, 13 viewers at some points, but not all the viewers are going to speak. But there are some viewers that will come in when I schedule them and be ready to speak. And I'm like, all right, that's pretty sweet. You know what I mean? Like, there's already some people here. We can already have some funny chats. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to lie to y'all. Whenever I start these streams, if you are here when it starts, like if you show up about 5 or 6 seconds after it starts, it's a heyday. It's a heyday. I'm not even going to lie to y'all one bit. It's a heyday. My boo boo ass will do some funny ass shit to start off the stream. It's always something funny. It's not anything like insensitive or anything most of the time. It's just me making fun of either myself or what I'm doing at the time. So either that or I'll basically say like, I know you're scheming. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're thinking what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I know you're scheming. You know what I mean? So it's some funny stuff along with being just like kind of goofy. You know what I mean? I'm a goofy person by nature. I like to make people laugh. And what better way than just, you know, have a chat with you guys, have a few pokes off of the good old peace pipe, and just have a great conversation. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's what you need, is have a good conversation. And sometimes you just need some laughs. They call him Rango. I like how the camera fogged on that. That was honestly like not intended, but it was funny. Honestly, I want to find a good pair of glasses for my face because I don't like putting in contact lenses because, as you can see, my eyes are not very open as it is. They're kind of just narrow. So I like to not be able to put contacts in if that's a possibility. So yeah, at some point I might have some glasses on. Just saying. Also, I have a pair. I have a pair of what I call the schemers. Now, when I say that these things are the most notorious pair of sunglasses I have ever owned, okay, they are the most notorious pair of sunglasses I have ever fucking owned. Anytime I put them on, and I have one of the OG subscribers in here, they will literally say, no bullshit, this motherfucker's definitely scheming for certain. Chill. Scheming for certain. But they're like they're the tiniest little shades I've ever seen in my life. They're like tiny frames. Sorry, I stop every time it reconnects, so that way I don't mess up some storyline. But anyway, it has the tiniest little frames on them, and they're literally like the funniest pair of circle glasses I've ever owned. I don't really like sunglasses all that much, unless I'm like obviously driving my car, and I'll put a pair of sunglasses on. But if I'm like just chilling, right? It's, you know, better for me to have a pair on that I can kind of look over the top of, because I don't like the way that sunglasses look for me, because I have like, you know, obviously like visual disabilities and shit. Like I like to see the color green as like a shade of like brownish mess sometimes, especially in certain lightings. Like for example, if I look at a tree while it's midday, it'll look like the leaf is green on the inner part of it, and then as it turns out on the leaf, it'll start to slowly turn red. So it's like it's weird. You know what I mean? It's like, honestly, if the world looked how I see shit most of the time, I feel like y'all would be like, whoa. You know what I mean? But for me, it's normal. You know what I mean? I've seen like that the whole fucking time I've been alive, and it's like everybody's like, oh well, trees have green leaves. I was like, no, they're red too. They're like, no, they're not. I was like, yeah, they are. Look at them. You know what I mean? They'll like look out the window and be like, no, they're not. And the teacher's like, well, there are some trees with red leaves. And they're like, really? And like, it kind of just blew the whole thing of like, oh, well, that tree has red leaves. You know what I mean? Like, what's the chloroform? Why does that happen in the leaves? It's more like my eyeball. So like, I have a small amount of protenopiasm, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, where my eyes collect too much of the red light off of a green object, especially when the green object is high intensity green. So like, let's say for example, if I'm looking at a leaf straight on like this, it will look mostly green. You know what I mean? But if I tilt it, then it starts to kind of turn red. You know what I mean? Because it's like, let's say you're like kind of in a dark spot where you're covering the sun, you know what I mean? But if you turn it like this along with your body to face where the sun's kind of hitting the front of it, it'll slowly start to do like a fade to red onto the outside edges of it. No. No. No, it's like it's like if you were to, how do I explain this in layman's terms? If you had severe protenope shit wrong with your eyes, I don't know how the fuck you would say it, but you would see the color green as the color red, and you would have the color red appear as the color green. So it's basically just like the lighting off of certain objects, right? My eyes aren't able to fully flip the color, but when it's exposed to a certain angle of light, it will affect my eye. So it's like, if I look at a green car in public, if it's dark green, it will usually show up as like a nearly dark brown. And if it's like, let's say, it's, I don't know, a red car, for example, if it's like bright red, I'll see some parts of it like speckled in the middle as like, you know, not speckled, but you know what I mean, like the middle part of the car, most of it anyway, as green, or not green, but red, and then the top part of it, like if it's angled in the light, will look green to me. And it's always been that way, like ever since I've been alive. So it's like, you know, it's hard to explain to people that don't really see it every day. You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But it's like you see colors a little bit more differently than most people just because you're like your eyeballs are fucked. You know what I mean? They're fucked, literally fucked. So it's like you you don't have like a, how do I say this? You don't have like a basis of color. You know what I mean? Sometimes, especially for me, it's on greens. Greens, they just like look like certain shades of brown sometimes. So if I'm like looking at a tree leaf, sometimes most of them will look brown on the tree, but there will be most times where I can see some of them as a little bit of green, some a little bit of red. But like I don't know, I can't really see any trees out here that I could really tell you, to be honest, because it's not bright enough. But anyway, like the tree that's right next to the windows here in the front, this tree here usually grows what my brother says are red leaves. So I usually walk out here and I look at it, and it looks, to me like it has like red in the middle with green on the outside. So it's pretty cool sometimes to see those like the little fingers of the leaves, like when they bend towards the sunlight. It literally it looks like green right there. It's honestly the coolest tree I've probably seen in a long time, in my opinion. It's pretty cool. But yeah, enough about that, because I could go on further about that. Yeah, little first day of Christmas update. Snow is on the ground. Will it last till Christmas? The world may never know. Also, I do impressions. Let's see if I can do a good one for you here of Optimus Prime. 1 second. Let me heat up my hands really quick. My hands are a little edgy hand. Alright. To any surviving Autobots out there in the galaxy, we are here. We are coming. To any surviving Autobots that seek refuge in the stars, we are here. I'm just saying that's a pretty good Optimus Prime. That's a pretty good Optimus Prime, if I do say so myself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. I don't even know. I'm just bored. I'm bored off my gourd, and I'm just sitting here saying random shit to the camera. Let's go on an adventure, shall we? Let's go on a little adventure walk, because that seat's honestly hurting my butt. Because it is made out of wood, and it doesn't have a cushion on it. But, oh my goodness. I would point this camera at this person's house, but that's very rude of me to do, and I'm not going to do such. But they have a disco Christmas tree. Like, what? What? Like, it's going through like a bunch of different colors and like flashing and acting all crazy. Dude, it looks like a fucking rave in there, dude. You probably go to the kitchen to get some water and freaking feel like you're in a fucking Deadmau5 concert. You know what I'm saying? Can I do Sean Connery? See, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't heard Sean Connery's voice in a while, so I probably couldn't really do it that well. You know what I mean? Like, I have to hear the voice first. I'm a really good manipulator of my voice. You know what I mean? Like I can basically sound like anyone that I can hear. Not everyone, but there obviously are limitations of just natural voice. But you get what I mean. Oh, Christopher Walken. 1 second. Hello, my American friend. Here today, we are celebrating the loss of our dear friend here. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Okay. Christopher Walken, Snoop Dogg.
Yo, what it is? It's Snoop Doggy.
I don't know. I can't do a Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna be honest. Snoop Dogg's just got that swag to him. You know what I mean? You can't replicate. You can't replicate something like that. Snoop Dogg is just. He is the man. He is the myth. He is the legend of Snoop Doggy Dogg. The fick? Yo. The electric bill must be expensive. I mean, not here. I mean, their house maybe, because fucking disco is happening. You know? Said the second one was much better. He has two different voices. One when his mask is up, which is just the actor putting his mask up, like basically putting his hands together. And then there's one version of it where he's talking openly. You know what I mean? So there's like two different types of him talking through the mask and without the mask. I've always wanted to have an upside down Christmas tree, fastened with wires to the ceiling and everything elaborated upside down. See, here's the thing. I have always wanted to do that as well. Okay? But here's the thing. I would want to do something even more mischievous, and I would take everything in the room and put it on the ceiling. Thoughts? Like, if it was in our living room, the TV would be bolted to the ceiling. I'm not even kidding. TV would be bolted to the ceiling. Actually, no, because I'd have to put it on the floor because it'd be bolted up on the wall anyway. So I'd have to put it on the floor, basically. Upside down. Yeah, I'm going the extra mile. I'm making that shit look like the entire room is upside down. I want to make a funny trippy room at some point to fuck with my friends that get too high. So you know how Marilyn Manson has like the rooms that he throws people that get too fucked up into, so that way like they look like they've been in like a horror scene, but when they wake up. So I want to do something similar, but I want to do it with like more of like just kind of just weird ways. You know what I mean? Just fucking with your head. So I wanted to make an upside down room like that. You know what I mean? Just like everything like on the ceiling. And like anything that would be on the ceiling, on the floor. You know what I mean? So I want to basically put a bed on the floor, right? On the obvious floor. Seen any UFOs? No, actually. I have not seen any UFOs because there is a lot of cloud cover here recently, and yeah, UFOs have been untraceable at this point. I think they're still plotting. I think they're still scheming. I can hear them in my head scheming. Little do they know I have telekinesis powers, and I can hear their thoughts. I can hear little alien thoughts going through little brains. I can hear the little receptors in their brain, and I can read them like books. You know, all right, I'm fluent in 50 million galactic languages. All right, I'm him. Little do they know. Oh shit! One of those little fuckers just threw a snow. God, just kidding. Oh, that would be fucking funny. Just go off on some shit like that. It'll be really interesting to try and sit down sit down, or sit up. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean by that, but it would definitely be funny. Um, I want to, you know, I want it to be something like I want at least one trippy room that I want to do like just like a fun thing in, where it's like, you know, you walk in, it looks like a different world or something. You're like you walked into fucking Narnia. You know what I mean? Like you're like, whoa, like it looks like you're outside, but you're inside, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Kind of like Narnia, you know? But it's like, you know, built into, you know, like a bookcase or something. So you like open the bookcase and it's like, whoa, there's a whole other room in here. You know what I mean? It's like Narnia. Because like I don't know why, but I've always wanted like a secret little goblin cave room, but not like secret. You know what I mean? It's obviously gonna have like a little plaque above it that says to Narnia, because well, obviously you have to have a plaque that says to Narnia. But you know, then you have a handle and you know what I mean? It opens up, you walk in, you're like, oh my god. And like when you first walk in, it's like a little forest, and then you walk straight through, and then it like cuts into this little room. You know what I mean? It's like gaming setup and shit. Cause like I've always wanted like a little, I don't know, like a little imagination room, little I don't know. I don't know how you would explain that in terms of like creative video room. I should say that, like in the aspect of like making content for like YouTube and things like that. Just to be clear, we aren't doing some OnlyFans type activities around here. We keep it PG. Anyway, I want to do like this funny bit where I dress as, because I've been told I look like Humnus. Do I look like Humnus? Do I look like Humnus? Well, if I had my goatee, I would look more like Humnus. But I've been told I look like Humnus, so I want to do it at one point where I'm dressed up as Humnus, and I, do like a stupid little hee hee ha ha stream where I just stand there dressed as Humnus and just let you roast the fucking absolute shit out of me. Because that would be the funniest thing ever, dude. I don't know why, but I like it when people make fun of me, because then I'm like, this person thinks I care. Like, Scoob, they don't know that I don't give a shit. Whoa, Reggie. I hear some of yours. Like, Scoob, they think they're gonna get to me. Like, I don't care. But yeah, we might cut off the stream here in a little bit. Depends on what happens. This experiment is still ongoing. We don't know when they send all of the troops, but apparently at some point during the night they send me a fuck ton of people, and sometimes they're from other countries, and sometimes I have no idea what they're saying. Hello, Chinese viewers. I know that there's a few of you that come in here. I will say, if you do know English, that is awesome. Alright? Please type in English. I can't understand your native language in speak or in writing form. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I just can't understand it. And I would prefer English. Thank you. Love your culture, by the way. I love everything about it. Like, honestly, I like your ancient drawings of like dragons and stuff. I think they're the most beautiful drawings of dragons that have ever been drawn. Like, they're honestly the coolest versions. So, let's be honest. A big ass snake flying through the sky is a little bit more scary than a big scaly lizard, in my opinion. I don't like snakes, but I love lizards. So, I feel like being more terrifying is what a dragon's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be something that's like, oh yeah, big lizard man going to Spitfire. No, I would rather it be a big ass fucking snake looking creature that could swallow your entire city whole and burp and burn down your entire ecosystem. You know what I mean? Oh, thanks, Luther. I think you're a little far back, unless maybe it's just really delayed at this point, because it might be. Which at some points I like to restart the streams, especially when it starts to do that, because it's at that point you're not really getting much going, but it is what it is. But soon it will be on the PC, my friends, so don't worry. The time is coming. But yeah, I have a PC that's, decent enough to run my streaming software and a game at the same time, which is nice. Will say has 16 gigabytes of RAM. Or actually, no, it has 32. Because I'm a freaking legend. I went up and I was like, man, I want to get some really cheap RAM. I don't really mind if it's not exactly 32. I was like, do you have anything that's like 216 sticks, in a pack, maybe? I was like, I honestly don't care how much RAM I have. I just need enough to stream and to play video games at the same time. And he goes, oh, bro, I got you. These are on sale. Brings me up a set of, I can't remember exactly what brand, but they were like, it had the little red chrome accents on them, so I thought they looked kind of cool. And I was like, you know what, man, you've been helpful. I'll buy them. You know what I mean? It was only like, I think like $40 ish. I think. Can't remember. And then I bought a decent motherboard that could support Wi-Fi. I know that sounds hideous. Okay, hideous. You're like, how dare you get a Wi-Fi board, you pleb. Okay, and I know what you're thinking. Kane, what are you doing? Wi-Fi boards suck ass. Wi-Fi is not good for streaming. Why would you do that? And it's because I'm not gonna string an entire fucking Ethernet cord out to my fucking garage. Alright? Because that's where I'm gonna be doing the videos. It's in the garage. Okay? But, yeah. Dude, we're all in the simulation. I'm honestly, I'm starting to think the simulation's breaking. Because, like, here the other day, I'm not even kidding, I had a guy stand in front of me for like 5 minutes, it felt like. And I was like, I think I said, can I help you, like 2 or 3 times. And he just kind of stood there and stared at me. And I was like, what the fuck is going on with you, dude? I was like, hey, can I help you? And it's like the whole interaction never happened. And he was like I turned my head to look at look to see if anybody else was seeing what I was seeing, and I turned back around. He's like, "Hey, I'll get a." And I was like, so all of a sudden, this motherfucker knows how to speak now. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This is strange, but okay. But he was asking for like a box, like a pizza box, because I work at a pizza place. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can get you a pizza box, man. So I grabbed him a pizza box. And he just pretended like the whole ordeal didn't happen. I asked the people in the back, and they were like, no, he literally walked up to the counter and asked you for a box. Like, he didn't stand there and stare at you. And I was like, hold up, am I tripping out? Like, did he not just stand at the counter for like what seemed like 5 minutes staring at me? Like, what? Like, I swear. You know what I mean? I was standing there. He was standing right in front of me at the counter. So we have like a counter that's probably about I don't know, as wide as from here to here. You know what I mean? From there to there. And, you know, I'm obviously on this side of it, see it, you know. Let me turn it the right way. So I'm standing on this side, he's standing on that side, right? So he's like, you know, maybe feet away from me, doing this whole thing, staring at me. And it's like, he wasn't even, like, conscious when he was looking at me either. So I think it was like, I don't know. It was just kind of strange, in a way. It was like, I honestly saw him. Okay, I saw him look at me for like 5 minutes. I swear it happened. But everyone around me says, nope, that didn't happen. You know what I mean? I was like, I think it did. I think it did happen. And also there's like a few times where I've seen stuff fall the wrong direction, if that makes sense. So like, if somebody throws something, you know what I mean? Like, let's say like a bouncy ball, for example, you know what I mean? They'd throw it at like the wall or something. And instead of it bouncing off the wall and bouncing towards the floor, it would bounce up towards the ceiling. You know what I mean? Even though the angle of trajectory hit it to where like it was coming down, it would bounce back up and away from the wall, which we all know is not how gravity works. It's gonna hit the wall, hit the floor, come back. You know what I mean? If it arcs, hits the wall, and comes back this way, there's something going on there. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? Like, unless they're doing some kind of like voodoo magic on the fucking ball, or just like have some insane ball fucking spinning skills when they throw it, that will not happen. You know what I mean? Unless you have another force that's applying itself to the ball. Whether you're putting that force onto it, or maybe some other force is being applied, I don't know. But I've seen that like 1 or 2 times, like somebody throw a ball and it goes boing, comes right back and lands in their hand. Like it like almost like it like skips for a minute, like reality skips. You know what I mean? You throw the ball and it like kind of like skips back a second. It's like 1 second, we got to restart. Okay. And then it goes back to normal. Him throwing the ball and it comes down here. I'm like, that's kind of strange. I don't like that. Like, I believe there's 100% NPCs. Like, so I went to, I can't remember what store it was, but like the whole stereotypical sweet old lady. You know what I mean? I was in the store and she was like, oh, could you help me get the milk from up there, hon? And I was like, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Because I'm just a nice guy. You know what I mean? I like helping other people. So, you know, I reach back there and I grab her the milk and I hand it to her and she goes, oh, thank you so much. You're a big, strong man, ain't you? And she like turns around and she just like kind of walks off. And like as I'm walking past her again, she like looks at me and just like has like this smile on her face. You know what I mean? The whole time. And I'm like, I know like I helped you and all, but like smiling at me like that is kind of creepy. Like I think it is, you know what I mean? Like the way she was smiling. It wasn't like a thank you so much smile. You know what I mean? Like it was more of like a kind of smile, you know what I mean? Like it was like a plastered smile, if that makes sense. So it was like weird, you know what I mean? I was like I'm not trying to be rude, but you're kind of making me uncomfortable. But oh guys, it's getting foggy out here. Oh, I should have caught that in the time lapse. That is so tragic that I don't have my my time lapse camera found yet, because if I had it right now, this would have been a cool time lapse. Dang it. I'm so angry. But we will be doing at some points some recordings of the sunsets, because they are pretty fucking awesome over here. Because the sun rises over the mountains that way, and it sets over there. So, and it's honestly pretty cool, because when it comes down underneath the bottom of the hill here, right, and it actually hits the true horizon on the other side, it flashes out the color, and it's just covering the sky in color right here. And it's really cool, especially when you have this tree right here behind it. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Not behind it, but in front of it, I should say. But yeah, it's pretty beautiful out here. Nature's beautiful. You just gotta look at it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been to places where it looks like real life paintings. It's fucking amazing. Like, you look at something and it's like kind of dystopian to the point where you're like, I feel like I've seen this before. You know what I mean? But you haven't. You know what I mean? And it's like almost like the world looks like a painting. Especially like off in the distance, like really far off in the distance type stuff. Like stuff that, you know, obviously your eyes can't just and like, you know, zoom in on shit. But you know, like this not fine detail, but just the minute amounts of detail that you need to see something clearly. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Is that a street light that's out, or what is that? Yo, I gotta show you guys this. Might be snow. But what the fuck is that? There's no houses over there. It's not lights. Because it's not illuminating itself. It's like the street lights and stuff over there are kind of illuminating it. What is that? You see it kind of shine just then? And it's like a group of smaller objects. It's not... It might be... I don't know. It might be... Because if you look... See how when my finger gets close, you can see that outline? That is the mountains. Right? That's the mountains. So there's no physical possibility there could be a house built there anyway, because that is illegal as fuck around here. So what is that? I want to say it's ice built up on a line over there that I just can't see all that well, but you never know. I just wanted to get that on video. Because I know this sounds stupid, but when I do see like UFO evidence, and I have like proof of it, I'll send it into like the UFO fucking reporting thing, just because I'm a big believer in UFOs. I believe they exist. I believe they existed since I was a little kid, and I have a really fucking terrifying experience with a UFO, but it didn't end badly at all. Like, I don't think I've ever been abducted that I can think of. You know what I mean? I'm not a fucking abductee or anything like that. But I was a very small child, probably about, let's say like 6 or 7. We were out camping with I believe it was my uncle and his family. We were actually in the good old Washington State, I believe we were at Rainier National Park, I believe is where we were at. It was during the season of Packwood, if any of you guys have ever heard of that kind of stuff around Washington State area. You know, it's a big festival that they have twice a year. We decided to go in the fall because, you know, obviously it's just better time for camping. And, you know, it's just, you know, there's better stuff during the fall. Let's just be honest, a lot of better stuff. Anyway, you know, we go up there for the day, you know, we hang out, you know, buy some stuff, get some food, have some nice fucking times, you know. And we go back to camp for the night, and, you know, we have, you know, our own tents and stuff, but we all decided to just kind of pile into one tent because, you know, why not? Because we had a projector and stuff. We were watching movies and whatnot. And obviously, you know, at some point, nature calls. You know what I mean? So you got to go take a piss. And, you know, everybody's asleep for the night. I'm kind of just, you know, half-ass awake. And I unzip, you know, the camping tent, step out. And, you know, I walked towards the woods to go relieve myself, aka piss. And I step into the wilderness, and I kind of hear like a hum, not like a high-pitched hum, not like a, but like a, but like even lower than that. You know what I mean? I can't really hit the register for it. And I was like, what the fuck is that noise? You know what I mean? Because like obviously I have tinnitus, and it wasn't a tinnitus ring. You know what I mean? Like I've heard my tinnitus ring. You know, and it's not that. I was like, what the fuck? And so I'm like looking around on the ground because, you know, it sounded kind of like a really low, lopey engine, but just like really like revving. You know what I mean? But it wasn't like high pitch rev. I was like, what the fuck is that? So like, you know, kind of turned my head and looked around. And that's when I noticed like a little bit of light coming from above me. And I was like, fuck. So I look up, and it's a triangle about the size of what I would say would be like, did y'all hear that? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I don't know what that was, but I don't like that. Nope. We're going in the house, baby. But anyway, it was a triangle about the size of, I would say, a city bus in length, and you know, from tip to middle of the back. And it was probably, I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm gonna stay out here. I'm just gonna move from where I was up there, because honestly, I heard what sounded like a coon. So I don't want to be in the receiving end of a bite from a ravenous coon tonight. That would not be great. But anyway, it flew over top, kind of low. Honestly, it was low enough to where I was like kind of scared. Honestly, it scared the shit out of me. And I remember it having 3 lights at each corner and one bigger light kind of in the middle. It wasn't a huge light. It was just a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? Not super big, but just enough where you could tell it was just a tad bit bigger. It flew over my head pretty slow, like about, I would say if it looked like it was on the ground, like if it was moving on the ground at this speed, I would say it was moving about 2 miles an hour if it was land speed. Just looking at it in the sky, but it might have been going faster, honestly, just because, you know, you can't really perceive speed at that distance, especially in the air. But it was slowly going over, and it got about halfway over our campsite area, like the area of like the little wing of our campsite, and then it just disappeared, just gone. And I, for a long time, believed that it was just me being really tired and just seeing shit. You know what I mean? Because I've done that before. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have like weird dreams where I wake up in the middle of my dream and I'll see like a little bit of something for a minute, and then I'll just go back to normal. You know what I mean? But it was definitely, you know, vivid. Like it wasn't like a whole, oh yeah, it's kind of like, you know, goofy looking. It was pretty detailed. You know what I mean? I could tell that it was made out of like several pieces of things. It wasn't made out of like one solid piece of, you know, like triangular material. It was more of a, I would say, like a bunch of little rhombuses, almost. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. Like little diamond deals. Best way I can explain it. And it was like, I don't know, it was almost like piece was like a different color, almost like it was trying to blend in or something. But you could see it, definitely see it. It was like, at the time it was, I guess, trying to be the sky above it, but it was doing a very terrible job at doing so. So it was more of like a dark black color when it should have been more like a bluish navy blue color. You know what I mean? So you could obviously see it in the sky, and yeah, it scared the fuck out of me for a long time. We honestly I stopped wanting to camp at that campsite for a long time because of that. But here recently, I've kind of just thought to myself, what's the chances of that happening again? And what are the chances that I'm actually going to be like abducted? You know what I mean? Because I'm not special. I'm not special. I'm just a normal human that doesn't have any kind of, you know, special abilities or nothing like that. I don't have any kind of a special important thing that, you know, an alien would want or necessarily need. So, I mean, at the same time, I'm kind of safe, I would think.
But yeah, I think that people that got abducted, most of them are lying. I think some of them are telling the truth. Especially the first witnesses of a UFO abduction. It's kind of sketchy. You know what I mean? Like saying like, hey, this unidentified flying object came down and swooped me and my wife up, did experiments on us, and then let us go. You know what I mean? And we came back with, our testimony of voice because that's the only thing we have. We couldn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Because at that time, fuck, a cell phone didn't exist. You know what I mean? Cameras were just being made. You know what I mean? This is like, you know, in the time era of like, hey, I might sound crazy, but this fucking airplane thing with these weird little people in it came over to us, took us, put us in the spaceship, did weird shit to us, and put us back. We don't know what transpired between those times, but hey, you know. But oh hey, they're grading the highway, I think. Yeah, they are. Nice, because I have a highway right out here that I used to get to work sometimes. And to be honest with you, it's really nice when they grade the roads because then I'm like, yay, I don't have to worry about sliding all over the fucking place and almost dying in a ditch. So, I might get a little excited for some normal shit, all right? But hey, it's because I'm an adult and I fucking understand that shit is important, all right? If I want to drive my car to work tomorrow, okay, the roads have to be clear. You know what I mean? I can't be sliding all over the road, okay? I appreciate the people that do that kind of stuff. Oh, somebody was hitting the buzzer strip. Somebody need to pay attention and get that fucking Busch Latte out of their hand. Or they might be a man of culture and they got that fucking Coors Latte. Yeah, baby, come on. But yeah, if we ever do a stream where I do like a drinking stream, it's gonna be fucking bad. Oh god, it's gonna be bad. It's just gonna be one of those streams where you're just every time you watch it, you're just gonna have like you're gonna look at the screen, something's gonna be said, you're gonna literally jaw drop, look at the person in the same room as you, look back at the screen, and by that time you'll have another reason to jaw drop. But yeah, I think we might call the stream here. It's been an hour and 40 minutes ish. So I think we're Gucci Tucci on the whole stream situation. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace and chicken grease. And hopefully you have yourself a great evening.